Hello friends, welcome to another video of Zeta Axis, and today we are going to discuss about copper reserves and their production in India. Copper is a malleable and ductile metallic element, which means that their shape can be easily transformed. It is an excellent conductor of heat and electricity. That is why copper is widely used in electrical appliances for winding and other purposes. They are also corrosion resistant and antimicrobial properties. Copper occurs naturally in Earth's crust in a variety of forms. It could be in sulfide deposits. These are the examples. In carbonate deposits, that is, copper can be associated with carbon, and these are the main examples of it. It can be in the form of silicate deposits, or it can also be in the form of pure copper. Now, most commercial copper ore across the globe have 0.8% of copper, but the Indian copper ore has 1% of copper content. So we can see that our copper ore are better than the global average. Now, copper mining can be done both in open pit mining and underground mining. So this is an example of open pit mining where the mine is open to the sky, and this is an example of an underground mine. Now, open pit mining accounts for 80% of all copper mining operations in the world. In fact, even in India, open pit mining is the predominant way of mining copper. Now, here we can see there are three basic steps of extraction or mining of copper. So here we can see this is open pit mine, this is underground mine, and here we use in-situ leaching. So here what happens that if there is a location where there is copper reserves, so certain solvents can be added, and these solvents will leach or absorb copper, and then they will collect in a region, and from that collection it can be directly extracted. So these are the three methods of extraction, and then let's see the processing part. So here we can see that it is crushed and grind, and fine powder is produced. This fine powder can be used for further cleaning and used in a smelter, and then it can be electrolytic refined. So electrolytic refining can be used for making pure copper. These powdered copper can be collected in the heap, and they can again be leached. This is called ex situ leaching. And then we can see that after leaching it is collected in a pond, and then we see that some solvent extraction is done of copper, and again electrowinning is done. So basically electricity is used in both of these processes for extraction of pure copper. Now here we can see different stages of copper ore. First it is a copper ore, and around 1% of it is copper. Then there is benefaction process where we see that we get copper concentrate, and here the copper content increases to 26%. Then we do pyrometallurgy process by which the copper content is increased to 99.5%. And then there is electro refining process, as we have seen, and by this we increase the copper purity to 99.99%, and then it can be rolled into any shape that we desire. Now if we see the global copper producing countries, then Chile is the highest producer of copper, followed by Peru and DR Congo. Both of these countries are located side by side. Therefore, they are known as major copper producing region. They are located over here. We can see that India does not figure in the major copper producing countries in the world. Now if we see the copper reserves of India, then Rajasthan has highest copper reserves, as much as 52%. That is more than half, followed by Madhya Pradesh and Jharkhand, and then other states have slightly less amount of copper. If we see the copper reserves across India, then we can see that it is spread across Rajasthan. We have two major locations in Rajasthan, in the north and in the south. Then we have some in Karnataka, here in Maharashtra, in Madhya Pradesh we can see, Andhra Pradesh, we can see it in West Bengal, Jharkhand, Odisha. All these places have copper reserves, and these are the names of those locations where we find copper reserves. Now there are only 3 mines across India where copper is directly extracted. Remember, there are certain mines where copper is a byproduct, but here we are talking about the mines which are used for copper extraction or copper ore extraction. It is Khetri mines in Rajasthan, Malajkhand in MP, and Surda in Jharkhand. So if we see the copper production of India, Madhya Pradesh produces almost 70% or more than 2/3 of the copper in India. Then we have Rajasthan and Jharkhand, which produces very less amount of copper. The Khetri mines are located in Junjunu district. The Malajkhand mine is located in Balaghat, and Surda is located in East Singhbhum district. Remember, this Malajkhand mine is the highest producer of copper in India. Now here we can see some of the copper regions in Rajasthan, because Rajasthan has more than 50% of copper reserves. So we can see the regions where copper reserves are found. We can see here there is Khetri, and there is regions around Khetri where high amount of copper reserves are there, and also in Rajasthan. Again, this is Jharkhand, where we can see that in the southern side here we have major copper deposits. Here we have Surta, where copper ore is commercially extracted. And then in southern India also we can see that there are regions where copper reserves are there, but copper mining is directly not done in these regions. Again, in the central India we have this Maharashtra, where these regions are there, and then we have the Malajkhand region in Madhya Pradesh, where the copper ores are extracted, and it is the largest mine of India. Now if you see the major copper complexes, then one of the important is Khetri copper complex in Khetri Nagar, Junjunu district of Rajasthan. There are 3 underground mines: Khetri mine, Kolihan mine, and Banwas mine. So all these mines, they produce copper. They are operated by Hindustan Copper Limited, and smelting and refinery activities are not operational now. So the ore is produced here, but it is not smelted, or it is not purified. Similarly, Indian copper complex at Ghatsila, East Singhbhum district in Jharkhand, and it also comprises of mines, beneficiation plant, and smelting and refinery facilities available here. These are the 3 mines which are located over here. Then we have Malajkhand copper project. Remember, this is the major copper ore producing region. It is located in Malajkhand Balaghat district of Madhya Pradesh. It is the largest copper ore producing open pit mechanized mine in the country. Remember, it is an open pit mechanized mine. Now the major producers of copper. So here is the company Hindustan Copper Limited, HCL. It is a public sector undertaking, and it is the only company in India which does both copper ore extraction as well as refining. So it is engaged in benefaction of ore as well as smelting, refining, and casting of refined copper. So it does all the things right from extraction to refinement. While we have Hindalco Industries and Vedanta Limited also in copper production, but they generally are in the refining process. They have major copper producers in private sector. So these both are private companies, and they rely on imported copper concentrates. So basically they have copper mines in other countries. They import the copper concentrates, and then they produce refined copper in India. Here are the major copper smelting units in India. So we can see Hindustan Copper Limited has Khetri complex in Junjunu, Indian Copper Complex in East Singhbhum district, then Sterlite Industries, which is of Vedanta Group. It has a unit in Thoothukudi in Tamil Nadu. Again, Hindalco Industries have one unit in Bharuch, and then Hindustan Copper Limited has another unit in Bharuch. So there are 2 units in Bharuch, and then we have in East Singhbhum, Junjunu, and Tamil Nadu. So with this, we will conclude our video on copper production in India. I hope you like this video, and if you like this video, then do subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching the video.